I hope you enjoy this video showing you everything I did to adjust this piece.
Hi everyone, as you remember, this is the piece I wasn't feeling too much, so I decided to go into a different direction. So I started carving at it and kind of creating more of a vase shape that I liked. See, I wasn't feeling it at all. And now fast forward, we're on to the glazing phase of this piece. So I'm just gathering all of my materials here, and I already had an idea of what glaze shade I was going for. And now you guys are going to see me set up on how I prep the bottom of my piece. I also have an entirely separate video on this as well. But yes, so this is going to be a little snippet of how I prep the bottom. So it's pretty straightforward. You just take a pencil and hold it on the table and rotate your piece around the pencil to give yourself a little bit of space in case whichever glaze you apply drips down a bit in the kiln. It won't get to the bottom of your piece as well as mess up the kiln. And I learned this tip from my professor last year, Gustavo Martinez. So shout out to Gustavo. I've mentioned him before in my previous video as well. He kind of has taught me a lot of little tips and tricks that I carry with me today. So very grateful for that. I do have an entire separate video as well on the how I prep the bottom of my pieces. So feel free to check that out. And now I am just applying the latex resist to the bottom of the piece. You guys have heard me talk about this product before, and I really do love it. I've tried using wax in the past, and the issue I've had is if it slides onto an area on the piece where you don't want it, you have to completely refire the entire piece and then start all over again. And as you know, that's kind of a time waster and kind of a bummer. The benefit of the latex is if you do get it somewhere where you don't want it, you literally just let it dry completely and you could just peel it right off and continue doing what you're doing. So latex has been my favorite thing to use with my pieces. It's just really easy to apply, super easy, dries, just let it dry, dip your piece in the glaze, and you're good to go. So the color I decided on is a satin white finish, and I've had other pieces with this shade. So I'm excited to see how this piece turns out because this is the only second time of me using the satin white finish. And in this clip, I'm just cleaning up the glaze because as you saw, the bucket was pretty low with the glaze. So I kind of had to do this weird like flip it and dip one side and flip it, do the other side. So it was a lot of handling and a lot of fingerprints and just not really an even finish all around with the glazing. And the piece is so heavy, so you know I really had to do it by hand. And I'm just cleaning it up here. I had to go outside and try to buff off some of those rougher edges that you can see. And sometimes when you do that, you end up taking off a little bit too much glaze in certain areas. So I'm going in with the paintbrush and just cleaning up those little spots and hoping that everything will turn out. So this is the fun part I was touching on earlier, peeling off the latex. So glaze is on, everything's completely dry. I'm ready to put it on the shelf and I am going to peel off the latex. So enjoy this little clip of me doing that. So all finished now, going to put it on the shelf. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm excited to update you guys soon.